I don't do none of this corniness. Can y'all hear me? All right, cool. Everybody who know me, y'all know my style.
So I think it's not about the problem, it's about how you handle the problem. And I think I handled it very well. And everything trends for a minute and then it goes away.
It always goes away.
I've been waiting, like, yo, get the fuck out the crib. Like, go ahead, bro. I've been waiting. I'm happy. I was like, ooh, got him.
Only 24 hours after taking in her own movie's premiere on the internet. Claressa Shields is now being lured into pointless love drama. Moreover, boxing is no longer its exclusive component. Claressa's ex-partner, Remy Ma and Papoose, are all openly criticizing her. That's what took place on Instagram. Papoose shared a lighthearted and imaginative comment about Claressa. "If the way is beautiful, we shouldn't ask where it leads. Cute, huh?" But immediately after, someone said all she needed was someone like you to bring out her feminine side. Even while that can sound like praise, you already know that individuals don't publish remarks in that way unless they're trying to give away something. Additionally, Tony Richardson, Claressa's ex-fiance, made an appearance with a dubious little Facebook message before viewers had a chance to fully understand what it meant. What is the time? Too simple? Because Claressa may have been concealing a lot more about her personal life than people realized, if Tony's jokes are to be believed. At this point, anarchy breaks out. Tony made the decision to use the Facebook handle Tony Rich to make fun of the circumstance. "Won't you all be giggling and emojing my peanut when I assault Remy Ma? Why are you inserting yourself when no one even called your name?" he said on social media. It didn't simply sit there, though. People were devouring the post, which received hundreds of shares and almost 1,000 comments in a matter of hours. After that, Claressa herself left comments that included expressions like "all with the heart emoji." In the midst of all the confusion, the woman really answered her ex's awkward little joke. Fans were now gripping their phones as if to say, "Huh?" Because what does it say when you are smiling at your ex's sleazy remarks about his wife and seemingly snuggling up to your papoose? Everyone was watching, and the moment was simply too ideal. At this point, everyone wants to know if Claressa and Tony are still together or if she has truly moved on. Imagine what we wouldn't witness if she were acting in this manner in public. Let's take a minute to reflect. Before we even discuss Papoose's present activities, there was more to Tony Richardson than a passing acquaintance. Claressa therefore forgot that this man was imprisoned. Sorry, they first appeared in public in late 2020 saying, "My partner loves me." She was showing off a full diamond ring on her finger by 2022, according to the fiancé statements. Archer, oh my God. Indeed. Yes, she wasn't only referring to him as bae. She was telling everyone that she was engaged. What about that ring? It wasn't only for amusement. A few months later, she posts photos from their anniversary and smiles at Tony as if he were her true love. In 2024, they appear to still be operating S in the pictures. Tony can be seen physically stealing some of Claressa's peaches as they celebrate New Year's together. Claressa is wearing a mini dress. "My fiancé and I want to bring it in 2024, in another year. Please treat us with kindness. You can't post it and act like it wasn't that serious." Girl. In May of the same year, she declared that they had recently sold their first house together. It wasn't enough. Situationship behavior is not what this is. That is creating an entirely new behavioral pattern for the future. For those who had witnessed everything, it was amusing to watch Claressa and Papoose arrive immediately and then laugh at Tony's clumsy Facebook posts because it was too close for comfort. Many are interested in learning when she ended her relationship with Tony. Was Papoose legally married when they first started dating? You are thus getting a lot of unfavorable comments online. They believe that Claressa went from being engaged to being a papoose without really pausing in between. Rather than having moved on, the fact that the ex is now feeling brave enough to harass the wife of her new partner simply emphasizes how much the two still need to sort things out. Papoose, who appears to be the most uncaring man on the planet, enters the picture at this point. Or perhaps the most gullible, given that her ex is making fun of her while Papoose shows off. Claressa on Instagram like he just took home the heavyweight. Belt. We shouldn't inquire about the captain's destination if the route is nice. Adorable.r. You even conscious of what's going on around you, Papoose? However, fans ask. Remy Ma, meanwhile, isn't being silent rather than unwinding. She has been making fun of them both. Recall that based on accounts. This woman essentially stated that Claressa is not killing anyone, just as Papoose is not killing her. Yes, Remy stopped by, and the receipts are available online. Imagine Remy showing up online wearing a deeply cutting shade. Claressa continues to giggle at her ex's jokes despite Papoose's attempts to gently introduce her on his site. Fans aren't even sure who they can trust anymore. Pap appears to be attempting to demonstrate that he has moved on, despite the fact that the ladies in his life are always poking fun at him.
Claiming that, oh, everybody, I don't do this. Yes, you do. This is exactly the only thing you do.
Papoose's lack of response is equally detrimental. To be honest, he hasn't revealed the whole scope of Claressa's situation. Is she seeing him? Did the Instagram caption contain a tacit affirmation? Is he making fun of Remy or what? Given the current state of this triangle, Claressa seemed to be torn between the guy who was still legally connected to his wife and the ex, with whom she planned to begin a new life. Consequently, a lot of people believe that Papoose may have erred in this conflict. Remy is in the center, pretending that the tale is about him, even if it isn't, even though Claressa's past isn't entirely behind her. Spoilers ahead. By this time, it was no longer about Papoose and had escalated into a full-fledged argument between Remy and Claressa because Claressa leans directly into the shadow rather than allowing it to fall off her back. Claressa Shields versus the actual Remy Ma. On February 2nd, she even posted the tweet, "Crash out and get whooped behind you," before she finally took it down. A screenshot of it was shared by someone online. It couldn't have come at a more tense time, gentlemen. In essence, after the two had been making fun of each other's alleged lack of knockouts, Claressa challenged Remy to a celebrity boxing bout. Hold on. The supporters uttered, "Is this only a Papoose quarrel? Or are these two actually prepared to fight?"
Just win.
Now, when are you knocking Remy Ma out? Y'all know I had to bring that up, okay? Because the girls was tussling over the internet. I didn't know if she was gonna get knocked out. I was scared. Oh, shit.
The internet is not a real place to be. Listen, I woke up that morning just as shocked as everybody else. Like, what the hell?
Oh my God.
What's going on? I'm like, I want to promote the movie. What is this?
But honestly, it did also promote the movie because people was like, damn.
Yeah.
So
now
what's
I gotta
going
go see who this girl is.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So, they say all publicity is good publicity, but baby, the internet is not a real.
How is it handling and dealing with all that new, and not really new, but just even more popularity?
Yeah. You know what? I had to tell myself, like, this comes with the territory. You talking about being Beyonce baby girl and you're in boxing? It's like Beyonce get way more stuff than this, So I think it's not about the problem, it's about how you handle the problem. And I think I handled it.
Then Claressa stepped up her efforts on Instagram, sharing a picture of herself grinning and writing "Otter" on these New York streets. Give me a call. That was undoubtedly not subtle, by telling everyone that she was in her garden and ready for a smoke. She seemed to be torturing Remy. And let's face it, nasty girl and girl feuds like this one are really popular on the internet. Easy now. The block captain chose to weigh in, as if the mayhem wasn't enough. Yes, the fight rapper who has spent the last 12 months associated with Remy. He came to the conclusion that it was time for him to leave too. He essentially begged Papoose to allow him to use the internet again, bringing up the whole claim that Pap had rendered him comatose. Easy claims that Papoose never touched him. In actuality, Papoose has known about his brief connection with Remy for the previous 2 years. I apologize. Are you implying that Papoose has been attempting to advertise Claressa as a prize on his Instagram while allowing events to unfold in the background? It's embarrassing. Soon, supporters noticed that Tap was starting to resemble the fairy tale clown rather than the New York monarch.
I ain't knocked the nigga out because I shook it, because my wife. I knocked the nigga out because he shook my hand. Then fuck my wife. You sound like a pussy. Here's the thing, nigga. I ain't know you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like that. And if you want to keep it a bean, if you want to tell the real story, my nigga, I was on the whole opposite side from you, and I was just like, yo, I don't want to meet you, nigga. You came up to me and told me you was a fan of mine, nigga. That's the real story, and that's why you was mad. He's a up, so you know when a really up and he loses his jaw, and she really a good jaw, and you really lose it, and the next guy, and you don't feel like the next nigga should hang your jaw, then niggas start like acting. I'm happy for the nigga. Move on.
Naturally, Remy also spoke out because his wife and her purported sidekick are now essentially plotting in order to undermine him. By denying that, Pap ever knocked Easy out. She indirectly undermined Pap's authority. To be honest, everyone in this circumstance is suffering significantly from Pap's general demeanor. As Remy is out there making jokes and Pap appears to be the one who isn't aware that he is the target of them, Claressa is likewise slick, acting as if life were delectable. Keep in mind that this is the same Pap who was once a husband's target. Didn't they like the way he hugged Remy when she was incarcerated? As he appeared to be the rebound lover who was unable to regulate the conversation in his own partnership. Right now, people are making fun of him online. That drop-off is crazy. The saddest part is that the ladies in Pap's life consistently outperform him. Whenever he attempts to appear as though he has moved on, Remy publicly ridicules him. He is ignored by Claressa, and her ex even harasses him.
Live as we speak. When I type things in, people don't understand. Turn that camera on, ugly, and tell your lies. Don't type your lies. Tell them. Speak while people talking to you. You read the comments, you can't keep up with them if you do that, right? I'll wait. I was just trying to get back with you yesterday.
You just said the other day you don't even deal with this lame no more.
Get back with what? I was laid up yesterday. Was I not laid up? Were we not laid up? Oh. What? Ew. I don't even like the cologne you wear. It's gross.
It's absurd that Pap hasn't even made many direct remarks. He's not advocating for Claressa. The atmosphere is not having his approval. Nothing. Silence can sometimes be effective. But in this instance, it just weakens him. Furthermore, you could not have written this disaster more brilliantly. Claressa presents herself as a carefree queen, positioned in the center. Pap seems to be the one whom everyone is laughing at. Remy is also behaving as though she is still in love with Pap. Regretfully, no one is currently able to respond to this query. Does Claressa truly have Pap as her focus? Or does she merely allow him to act as the public face while concealing her private life? It seems like we don't even know the full story because of her continued silence. Tony's constant taunting of her and Remy's continued smile.